you. Thank you very much, guys. I feel very blessed to be a part of this community. 1 year later, I want to say thank you to everybody. I think we had 74 offers back this time last year, and I can't even count how many of them led us in many directions, and then directly and indirectly led us to partnerships with people like Westpac and to meeting people who then introduced us to others and took us on around the world journeys, to be honest. So thank you. A year later, hopefully I can show you who we are and what we're becoming, and we're still, what I'd say, very early in the next journey. So starts at 60, who are we today? Well, a year ago, we were 1.8 million in revenue, 14 staff, an exec team of 2, no real-time audience data, a stage 1 website, and no travel at 60. Today, I stand here in front of you with an award-winning brand, 3.8 million in revenue, a 27-person team, an exec team of 5, some awards and things I'll talk about later. And I'm blessed because it's because of you guys, many of the people who've helped us along the way throughout the Women's Network. But why are we here? Well, baby boomers are the sexiest market in history, okay? They're the wealthiest generation. They control 80% of financial assets and more than 53% of consumer spending in Australia. And the advertising and marketing industry still says you die at 54. I'm living proof with 1 million baby boomers on the internet every month and the most highly engaged digital community in Australia that they are not dead, right? And the most important measure I'd like you to see is that they buy 80% of all leisure travel. Okay, so that's where we've gone with our business. Older Australians feel disenchanted by the way they're treated online, by the way they're treated by media, and by the way they're treated by advertisers. It's pretty darned exciting that you can respect them, speak up to them, like we should speak up to our elders. And that's what we do. The baby boomers entering a new phase. How many of you know a 60-year-old? How many of you know they're on a plane right now? They're living a pretty good life, aren't they? The ones I know are living a better life than me, right? My dad constantly says, I shut my business and got on a plane, right? What are you doing? And they're living this sexy phase in their 60s that we're just waking up to. The world is just waking up to just how much sexier it is to be 60 than it is to be a millennial. Yeah? And I think we've got a very exciting couple of years of realising the power of this generation. There was a very big article in The Australian yesterday about how badly they're being ignored. And the wave is starting to come in our favour. Let's think about the generation. Baby boomers invented modern rock and roll. They started the fashion revolution. They fought for modern feminism. They coped in global recessions. And they watched as the world got smaller, but they never got to travel because their kids got to do it. They stayed at home with responsibilities for the mortgage, with the obligations to the picket fence, and they educated all of us, right? They put us on the rails, and then they watched us grow up and do all those cool things, and now it's their turn. And by God, they feel like they have a right to it. And you know what? It's my right to bring it to them. We should bring them an internet that they can be proud of, right? And that's what I fight for every day of the week, that we shouldn't rip them off as we do so. We should educate them and inform them and bring them the best things online. So let's not be surprised when they invent the world they want to live in again. This generation, how many people are there? Well, there's 6.2 million people over 55 in Australia. The age wave that's coming is going to mean that there's 25% of the population over the age of 60 within 2 years, right? Controlling 53% of consumer spending and 80% of the country's wealth. Should we ignore them? Does it make you uncomfortable that we ignore them? It makes me uncomfortable. This is the age wave. And look, the most sexy part about this graph is it's the only growing population in this country for the next 25 years. If you aren't addressing this market, are you addressing a declining market? Because every other market is in decline. It's exciting, isn't it? So what have we done? We just launched our brand new website. We launched our new brand. It's taken us about 6 months to roll out a brand new rebrand of the whole business and whole operation. And that brand just won a Silver Fern, which is apparently the highest rank in branding. I'm excited to say my brand designers thought they'd given birth when they got that award. The new website is a deep, rich, data-capable, very deeply functional, what do they call it, responsive website that moves across every type of device available. And it's been designed deeply through that. We are #1 seniors influencer in the country and have been for 2 years now. I haven't been knocked off that perch. And we've also launched the best place online for the baby boomer traveller, which is a travel website, a media site, a deals marketplace. We aggregate 32 companies worth of travel deals, bringing them the option to choose what they'd like, and we work with people to work hard for them. We want to bring them a better internet, and that's the value we always work towards. We bring content together every day of the week, 7 days a week, 18 hours a day. Trending, health, money, property, entertainment, lifestyle, trending travel, travel inspiration. It keeps us pretty busy. And we're starting to leak into America, which is really fun, and address that market as well. We've built powerful real-time data sets with the leading cutting-edge technology that mostly only the big media companies can afford, but we've decided to go there so that we can keep the baby boomers safe as we build data and keep them supported by being able to segment and deliver them ads they aren't offended by. No funeral ads, no Kim Kardashian in our environment. Better we respect them. We've also said to ourselves we should map them on their journey. Where do they fit? Are they in pre-euphoria, euphoria, or post-euphoria? Why not deliver them stories that they're interested in and bring them personalised content? We've developed email lists of 130,000 on Travel at 60 and 90,000 on Starts at 60. And we've just won Media Brand of the Year in Australia across all demographics, which I cried when we got, because honestly, it's such a privilege after 4 years. We're up for the B&T one as well in 2 weeks' time, so cross your fingers. We're up against a big set of competitors and we're winning the race at the moment, which is a big privilege. And we're up against competitors all through the market that are more mainstream. Here we are reaching 3 times more women than any competitor in our women's market. And they are mainstream brands that you would know and respect, which I'm privileged to be able to have looked up to all my career and to be able to compete with in market now. We enjoy engagement like no other brand in media in the world. That is double the engagement of BuzzFeed International on an engagement to like ratio of audience. And 94% of our audience engages on Facebook every month. We work very closely with Facebook because they do love what we do for the older generations. We have 4.9 million page views a month on Starts at 60 and another 800,000 or thereabout on Travel at 60, with about 800,000 Australian users a month on Starts at 60 and 250,000 touching Travel at 60, about 800,000 likes across Facebook. The metrics just keep rolling. We're very blessed by the numbers and, you know, we work very hard for them. How do we make money? We work really hard on this too, because media is changing very quickly and it's our job to stay on the front of what we need to be next, not to get lethargic. It's a very hard industry to keep up with. So we run advertising and audience data, and that's changing. Content marketing, we're at the very forefront of with leading content teams. We make video in-house with creative producers, and we work very hard to convert using real-time performance systems that we've built in-house. Our Travel at 60 system takes people from listing a deal all the way through conversion to handing their name, email and phone number by opt-in to the supplier they want to work with. And we can promise real people through a conversion funnel, which not many media companies can. Our traction is exciting. We're at about 3.8 million run rate revenue at the moment. We got our Series A from Channel 7 back 18 months ago, and we will be going into a capital round early next year to look at our international and deepening expansion in Australia through transactional columns in the pillars that we work in. And we have a rapidly growing travel marketplace. It does run up to 10 million in transactional value through that funnel at the moment. We're proud to work with Australia's finest brands, from Westpac to Uniting and brands we all respect. We're very blessed. And we have a beautiful executive team of 5. Sean, who's in the room today, began with us 2 weeks ago as our Chief Revenue Officer. And our asks. I would be very grateful for your help at this point. We're now at a stage where the next stage of growth is ahead of us, and we're not looking for an exit. We want to grow this into the largest baby boomer digital environment in the world. And to do that, we need to know all the marketing and digital marketing leaders we can in travel. And anybody that you know across anywhere in that spectrum would be very helpful. We'd love your help reaching marketing leaders of businesses that want to speak to the baby boomer, or frankly that you think should be speaking to the baby boomer, because most of them do think that people die at 54 and we do have to inform and educate sometimes. And that's okay. Commercial partners and licensee opportunities. We now have an award-winning brand and we're looking for ways that we can do good things for our generation, whether that be discounts, developing products and doing smart things. And then strategic investment that aligns with where we're headed. So thank you very much to Heads Over Heels. I'm very grateful for your help.